Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. WarriorsTrade and put Jonathan Kuminga right in the center of it all. This is the kind of update that not only affects the Warriors' immediate chances this season, but could also determine how their entire roster is built moving forward. So sit back because we're diving deep into everything that just came out. What it means for Kuminga's role and how the Warriors might have to adjust if they want to stay in the hunt for another championship. Their Warriors have been in the spotlight all season long. Not just because of Stephen Curry and his incredible ability to keep them competitive, but also because of the uncertainty surrounding their younger core, especially Jonathan Kuminga. Now, with this major update hitting the league, all eyes are once again on Golden State and how they'll respond. Reports around the NBA are pointing to the fact that the Warriors front office is under pressure to make decisions that will shape their next era of basketball. We've heard rumors about potential trades, roster shifts, and even coaching adjustments. But this latest news really puts the spotlight on one player, Jonathan Kuminga. Kuminga has had one of the most intriguing seasons of any young player in the league. His athleticism, his ability to guard multiple positions, and his flashes of offensive dominance have kept fans excited about what he could become. At the same time, there have been concerns about consistency, playing time, and whether Steve Kerr fully trusts him in crunch situations. But now with what's happening inside the Warriors organization, it seems like things are coming to a point where Golden State has to make a defining choice. Is Kuminga truly part of the long-term foundation? Or will he be the centerpiece of a blockbuster move that changes everything? The big news that's shaking things up is that multiple rival executives believe the Warriors are finally open to seriously exploring deals involving their younger players. If it means bringing in established star talent to maximize Curry's championship window, that doesn't mean Kuminga is definitely on his way out. But it does mean that he is no longer untouchable. For Warriors fans who have watched him grow, and for those who believe he's destined to be an all-star, this is a tough pill to swallow. But at the same time, Golden State has always operated with a mindset of winning now. And if they believe they can bring in someone who immediately boosts their title chances, Kuminga's name will absolutely come up in discussions. So what does this mean for Kuminga personally? Well, it puts him in an interesting spot. On one hand, this could be his chance to prove once and for all that he belongs in the Warriors' future plans. Every game he plays, every possession he impacts, every big moment he creates will be watched closely by the front office and coaching staff. On the other hand, if the Warriors do decide to move him, it means he could land in a situation where he's given the keys to develop into a star without having to fit into the tight structure of Golden State's system. For Kuminga, either outcome could define his career. Now, let's talk about the impact this has on the Warriors as a whole. Golden State has been fighting to stay relevant in an extremely competitive Western Conference. Teams like the Denver Nuggets, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Los Angeles Clippers, and the Phoenix Suns all pose serious challenges, and the Warriors know that simply relying on Curry to carry them is not enough anymore. That's why this news is so big. It signals that Golden State understands changes must be made. Whether it's adding more size, more scoring, or more defensive versatility, they know their current roster might not be enough to hang banner number 5 of the Curry era. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Some reports suggest that the Warriors have already had internal conversations about targeting specific stars if they become available. Names like Pascal Siakam, Karl Anthony Towns, or even a shocking reunion with Kevin Durant have been floated in league circles. Now, whether any of those actually happen is still up in the air, but what matters is that Kuminga would almost certainly have to be included in a package for that level of talent. So, the major NBA news here isn't just that the Warriors are open to it. It's that the league knows Kuminga is the most valuable trade chip they currently have. For Steve Kerr and the coaching staff, this puts them in a challenging position as well. They have to find ways to balance winning now with developing the future. They know Kuminga has the potential to be special, but they also know Curry doesn't have forever. That's why fans are split. Some believe the team should hold on to Kuminga no matter what, while others argue that the window with Curry is too important to waste. And if trading Kuminga gets another star, you have to pull the trigger. Curry himself has been vocal in the past about trusting the front office and focusing on what he can control, but you have to imagine that he wants the best chance possible to compete for another championship. If that means the team brings in another established star, he would likely support it. Still, Curry has always been a mentor and supporter of the younger guys, including Kuminga. So, this creates a really delicate situation. Now, let's look at the bigger picture. If the Warriors do end up making a blockbuster move and Kuminga is part of it, this could reshape the Western Conference completely. Imagine Kuminga landing on a team where he's immediately given 30 minutes a night, where the offense runs through him and where he's not overshadowed by veterans. That could accelerate his growth and turn him into a star faster than anyone expected. Fans are already reacting online with debates raging about whether the Warriors should commit to Kuminga or move him. Some argue that trading him would be a mistake, that you can't give up on a young player with that much talent and athleticism. Others say that if you can bring in a proven all-star, you have to do it because Curry's prime years are too valuable to waste. It's a debate that's dividing the fan base, but it's also a sign of just how significant this news really is. As we move forward, the key thing to watch will be how Kuminga performs in the upcoming stretch of games. If he shows he can be consistent, if he proves that he can be a reliable two-way player night in and night out, it could force the Warriors to think twice before including him in any deal. On the flip side, if his inconsistency continues, it might just push the front office to pull the trigger and make a major move. No matter how you look at it, this is one of the most important storylines in the NBA right now. The Golden State Warriors are at a crossroads, and Jonathan Kuminga is right at the center of it. The decisions made in the coming weeks and months could determine whether the Warriors are able to add another championship to their dynasty or whether they move into a full transition phase built around their younger talent. So, buckle up because things are about to get wild. Warriors fans, NBA fans, and anyone who's been following this team knows that when Golden State makes a move, it's never small. This latest development shows that something big could be on the horizon. And whether Kuminga stays or goes, the impact will be massive. This is major NBA news. And it's going to have a huge impact not just on their Warriors, but on Jonathan Kuminga's entire career trajectory. Keep an eye out because the next headline involving Golden State could be the blockbuster we've all been waiting for.